the Barnets take a rest this evening and have a small glass of water. I'm going to take some time out on the high levels of volume that I've got here in the studio and talk to Sam Thompson, who is, of course, the organiser of Radio Way. Good evening to you, Sam, and how are you doing?
Good evening, I'm fine, thank you.
That's good, and I'm glad you could come down this evening. It's a pleasure to have you here at Radio Way.
Thank you.
And I just, while you're here, I just thought that I hope you're enjoying yourself this evening, first of all. And
it's been great so far.
It should get better as the evening goes on, so we should see how we get on. But I've brought you in here just to ask you a few questions, really, about your commitment, of course, to the festival itself that's taking place again on the 12th of June at Easter Rugby Club. Radio Way are being involved. They've got their own Radio Way tent, and they're also going to run as a tea tent as well, which is I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be very, very good indeed. I just really wanted to ask you about the charity you work for, which is RC Sheriff, the RC Sheriff Trust, and basically what you do and how you come about of the organisation of the Elmbridge Festival, and really why you plucked up the idea for the Elmbridge Festival in itself.
I've been trying to get my director to give me the okay for a one-day event, possibly two, for some time. And we were driving along, and she said, "You know your day event?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "You can do it." So I just wanted a day of local bands, local music, local schools, and just have a really fun community day.
Yeah. Well, no, it's good, because when you really look around a local area of Elmbridge, there isn't. I mean, I've grown up in Elmbridge, and I've never really had anything to look forward to, in a sense. There's never been anything around that you can, that's been going on around the weekends or in a month, and there's a target you can go, actually that's going on this day.
Well, we do a lot with local schools, mainly sort of primary schools, and I thought it would be quite nice to focus on teenagers. Yeah. Teenagers don't have a particularly good press, and but I know from experience from within the local senior schools, we have a lot of talented students, very talented students. Yeah. And I wanted to get them together, and we've got a procession of 100 musicians from the senior schools, and they'll all be wearing masks. We've got a group called Majestic Brass who are going around to the senior schools, actually teaching them a new piece of music to play on the day. Yeah,
it's all really good. It's something that all the young people can really get involved with, and stuff like that, which is good. Can you tell us a little bit about the RC Sheriff Trust, to talk about the arts-based programme that you have there? And,
lots of people don't know who he was. RC Sheriff actually lived in Esher, and he was the playwright to a very famous World War I play called Journey's End, which is very famous and very poignant just at the moment, actually. But when he died, he left his estate to Elmbridge for the arts. Yeah. And so therefore Loretta Howells, the director of the trust, and myself, the administrator and project manager, we, with our trustees during the course of the year, give grants out to local organisations to help them along with various arts-based projects. And one of the projects that I particularly like doing, because I deal with all the community arts, is the Arts Fest that we have for 4 weeks during the summer holidays.
Right, yeah.
Due to the cuts, this year I can't afford to do it. So therefore the whole idea for this day is to raise money to do our Arts Fest, to give children who wouldn't normally see much or do much with the arts an opportunity, really, to continue with our 4 years. We've done it for 4 years now, and we'd like to do a 5th year, obviously.
Yeah, it's been unfortunate with the financial climate that we've had. That that's been a problem for many businesses and many charities. Do you find that lots of things will be going in the future? Are you hoping to have another Elmbridge Festival? Although this is, you're possibly your first one. And
well, I'm plugging for a 2-day one, and with the support support of my cousins Mark and Aaron, I couldn't have done this.
No.
And there are so many people that have given us so much free, really free. I mean, we've got Sunbury Scaffolding, who are building us the biggest stage that, so that everybody can see what's going on. We've got, we've been sponsored by Withams of Hersham, Skoda, and so many others. It'd be difficult to mention, really.
Yeah.
And supported a lot by Music in Hospitals, who work in the same building as us. All charity-based. Well, not all, but some charity-based. But again, talking to Mark initially, when we started talking about how much this was going to cost, I was quite downhearted because I didn't think for 1 minute that we could do it. But with Mark and Aaron and the team that they've got behind them, we're hopefully going to make this a really good day, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah, it's one of those things that more people have started to volunteer for many things now. I think there might be a bit of something in the air, as to say. That, I mean, I volunteer now for 2 or 3 things during a week, and it's surprising. Like I was chatting to you earlier about how many people actually volunteer for certain things now.
Yes.
And
I think in the past, we had the older members of our older members of the community who just went on for years and years, and in the end things started fading away because the support wasn't there and they got too old to actually manage it. I feel really pleased to think that last night, when we had our meeting of volunteers for marshalling this event, we had so many come forward, and the age group, that was what the best thing was about it, was the age group were sort of between 20s and 40s, which is great. So hopefully volunteering is coming back into fashion.
It should do. Yes. Well, it's been nice chatting to you.
Thank you.
Maybe we can have another chat in a good 20 minutes or so. Hope you can stay for some more of the evening and listen to the High Barnets.
It's been really enjoyable.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and that's all right. That's fine. And as if you are not aware, that the High Barnets are actually headlining the Elmbridge Festival on the 12th of June at Esher Rugby Club, which is basically why I've got them down here, really, to be honest.
Promotion.
For a bit of promotion for themselves and maybe for Radio Way too. So,
and can I just say, while we're on air, is that I would like to pass on my appreciation to all those people that are volunteering, because without the volunteers, these things wouldn't happen. And so many of our so much of our heritage is disappearing because of health and safety as well. A lot of people just can't handle the form filling in, so therefore they don't bother.
Yeah. Okay, thanks very much, Sam. I'll have a chat with you very briefly, shortly, and a little bit later on, shall we say. And we're going for one more track, and then we'll have some more from the Barnets themselves.
Are you struggling with your homework, a college project, or getting ready for your exams? Do you have a question you'd like to ask a teacher?